A very good morning, children. Today in social studies we are moving on to a new chapter. Chapter 5, Houses we live in. We all know what is a house. We all live in a house with our family. So why do we need a house? If you are playing outside your house and suddenly it starts raining, what do? You suddenly run inside your house and there you are safe, right? So houses protect us from rain, thunder, storm, cold and heat. So we all live in a house and so many materials are required to build a house, right? So today we are going to learn about the different materials used for building a house and the different types of houses. So based on the materials, the houses can be classified as Kacha House and Pakka House. Dry leaves, mud, bamboo and straw are used to build a Kacha house. So you all know what are dry leaves, the leaves that are dried. This is a picture of a straw. The straw are dried stalks of cereal plants. We have already learned what are cereals. The plants like rice, wheat, etc. are cereals. So those dried stalks, that is known as the straw. So this straw is used to build Kacha house. And a bamboo, you know what is a bamboo? Bamboo is also used to make a Kacha house. This is a picture of a Kacha house. You can see it's made of dried leaves, straw and mud. You can see the roof of this Kacha house. It's a sloping roof, right? And it's made of dried leaves and straw. So such roof that is made using dry leaves or straw is called a thatched roof. So materials like mud, bamboo, straw that are used are called Kacha house. This Kacha house are mostly seen in villages. We also call it a hut. The next type of house is called a Pakka house. For building a Pakka house, we need materials like bricks, cement, wood, iron, steel, etc. So these materials are used for building a Pakka house. So this is a model of a Pakka house. So we learned about a Kacha house and a Pakka house. Now let's learn about the different types of houses. So people live in different places. So according to the places, the types of houses also differ. So today we are going to learn about the different types of houses. In this picture, you can see a flat. A flat is a multi-story building. So here what do you mean by story? Story means there are so many floors. You can see so many floors there. So such a building is called a multi-story building and so many families will be living in a flat. The next one is a duplex house. A duplex house is a living unit. It will be a two living units connected to each other. Either it will be connected side by side or one above the other, and they will be having a separate entrance. In this picture you can see separate entrance for this house. So what do you mean by a duplex house? It's a living unit connected to each other, either side by side or one above the other, and they will be having a separate entrance. Next is a bungalow. Bungalow is a single story house with lawns. So such a house is called a bungalow. The next one is a skyscraper. You can see in this picture that they seem to touch the sky. So they are called the skyscrapers, and these buildings are very tall and they are also multi-storied buildings. So these are some of the types of houses that we learned. They are flat, duplex house, skyscrapers and bungalow. Now let's learn some other types of houses. This is a log cabin. In forests or mountain areas, people live in log cabins. This is built using logs of wood. So what do you mean by a log? This is a log. The parts of a trunk is called a log of wood. So we already have learned what is a trunk. The stem of a tree is called a trunk. So that parts of a trunk is used to build a log cabin. And you can see that the roof is a slanting roof. So what is the roof? The roof is the upper part of a house. You can see that this is slanting. So if it rains or if heavy rain, snowfall, it easily slides off. So the rainwater doesn't stay on the roof of these types of houses. So this is a log cabin, and people in forests or mountains use this log cabins. The next one is a stilt house. In places where it rains heavily, they build houses on stilts so that they can avoid flood. You know what happens when it rains heavily. You can see in our place itself, when it rains heavily, the water gets inside the house and it gets flooded. So to avoid such flood, people in places where there is heavy rainfall, they build houses either on piles of wood or on long posts. So in this picture you can see this house is built on long posts. So they are safe from water. Such houses are called stilts. In this picture also you can see this house is built on piles of wood, and so they are safe from the water. Even if it's heavy rainfall, the water doesn't get inside the house. So that houses are called stilts. The next one we are going to learn is an igloo. In this picture you can see that this igloo is made of snow. There are places that are covered with snow. There are cold places, and all through the year there will be snow. So such houses are built using blocks of snow, and you can see that it is in the shape of a dome. So this shape is called a dome. The igloo is built in the shape of a dome, and it is built using blocks of snow. Usually people living in igloos are called Eskimos. Here you can see an Eskimo trying to build an igloo using blocks of snow. So we learned what is an igloo. Igloo is a house which is built of blocks of snow. Next we are going to learn about movable houses. So what is movable house? The house that can be moved from one place to another. Can your house be moved? Do you take your house from one place to another? When you are coming to school, can you bring your house from your place? No, our house is not movable. But there are houses that can be moved, from one place to another. So now let's learn about some of the movable houses. This is a houseboat. So what is a houseboat? Here you can see a house on the boat. So houseboats are houses that are built on boats, and they can float on water. This boat floats on water, and this house also floats on the water. So they can move from one place to another. There are different rooms in this house. So this is a houseboat, and people can travel from one place to another in the houseboat. The next one is a tent. A tent is a temporary building used to camp outdoors. Usually they use canvas, that is strong cloth, to build these tents. Soldiers, mountaineers, etc. use tents to camp outdoors. So tents can be fixed at a place when required. They can be folded and taken to another place. If some of you might have visited a circus, the circus people use tents, and when they go from there, they take it with them and they go to the other place and fix the tent in some other place. So tents are temporary buildings that are used to camp outdoors. The next one is a caravan. A caravan is a house on wheels. A vehicle pulls a caravan from the front. So these are the different types of houses that we learned today. We learned about the flat, duplex house, bungalows, etc. and movable houses also. So these are the different types of houses that we learned today. So now let's move on to our exercises. You can open your text and open page number 25. Here you can see a picture, so let's read that. Adi lives in a flat in the city. So it's about Adi, and in this picture you can see Adi lives in a flat. In the second picture, his friend Smita lives in a duplex with a garden. In the third picture you can see he gets to live in a mud house when he goes to his village. So when he visits the village, he lives in a mud house. In the fourth picture you can see last year he went on a vacation with his family and stayed in a tree house. So these are the different types of houses. So first we saw Adi living in a flat. and then his friend Smita lives in a duplex home, and when he visits his village he lives in a hut, and we went on a vacation, he lived on a tree house. So these are some of the types of houses. So now let's move to page number 30. Exercises. Given below are some materials used for building houses. Write K for material that is used for building a Kacha house and P for the material that is used for building a Pakka house. So some materials are given. We have to write whether the materials are used for making a Kacha house or a Pakka house. So let's see what all are there. The first one is mud, second one is straw, third one is cement, fourth bricks, fifth bamboo, and sixth one is iron. Pause the video and you can do it yourself. Write K for Kacha and P for Pakka. Hope you have done. So now let's check the answers. Let's take the first question. It is mud. So mud is used for building a Kacha house. So hope you have written there K. Second one, straw. Straw is also used for making a Kacha house. So you can write K there. Third one, cement. Cement is used for making a Pakka house. So write P. Fourth one, bricks. Bricks are also used to make a Pakka house. Fifth one, bamboo. Bamboo is used to make a Kacha house. Iron is used for making a Pakka house. Let's move on to our second question. Write the names of the houses given in the pictures below. Which of these houses can float in water? Discuss in class. So some pictures of houses are given. We have to write the names of the houses. The first one, you can see it's a log house. So you can write a log cabin there. Second one, you can see that it is built on logs of wood, and such houses are called stilt. So write stilt there. Third one is a picture of an igloo. So you can write igloo there. I-G-L-O-O is igloo. Fourth one is houseboat. So write houseboat. Now let's move on to our third question. Study the given image. Do you think that the children are safe in their caravan? Discuss with your elbow partner. So just look at the picture that is given there and observe if the children are safe in this caravan or not. You can see that some of the children have put their arms outside. So is that safe? No. Whenever you are going on a vehicle, you are not supposed to put your head or hands outside. So here in this picture, the children are not safe. Fourth question, think it over. You have studied about different types of houses in this chapter. Which type of house would you enjoy living in the most, and which one would you not like to live in? So you have learnt about different types of houses. Now which one would you like to live in and which you would not like to live in? Give reasons for your choice. So this question you can write down in your notebook. You can write which house you would like to live in and which house you would not like to live in, and the reason for that you can write down in your notebook. Let's move on to our activity corner. Make a scrapbook. Make a chart titled My Home. Mention what kind of house you live in and the main materials that were used to build. Also mention the number of rooms it has and which one of them is your favorite and why. So this activity you can do in your notebook. So first write my home and draw the picture of your home and observe what all materials were used to build your home. And then write how many rooms are there and which of the room you like the most and why. Do it as an activity. Second one, life skills. Observe how your parents help each other in keeping the house clean. Enact the role of your father or mother and tell your class why we should keep our homes clean. So you might have observed your father and mother cleaning the homes, and I hope you also help them in cleaning the house. So why is it important to clean our house? You should keep our homes neat and tidy always, right? So how can you help your father and mother in cleaning? Whenever you cut your pencil, when you sharpen your pencil, always try to put the pencil shavings in your dustbin, not on the table or chair or on the floor. and whenever you find pieces of paper on the floor, you can pick it up and put it in the dustbin, and you can help your father and mother in cleaning the homes. Now let's explore. Read the story The Three Little Pigs using the following link. Discuss what you learned from the story. So it's a story, The Three Little Pigs. In this story you can see the pigs using different materials to build house. So you need to read the story and write the summary of the story in your notebook. The summary you can write in your own words. Even if it's a spelling mistake, need not worry, but I want the story in your own words. Read the story and write the summary of the story. Now let's move on to our question answers. You can open your notebook and write down the question answers. So write today's date, chapter 5, houses we live in, the heading, and then move on to the question answers. Question number 1. What are the different types of houses? Answer: tent, igloo, stills and houseboats are some of the different types of houses. Second one, what is a tent? Answer: tents are temporary building used for camping outdoors. Third question, what is an igloo? An igloo is a type of house built of snow, often in the shape of dome. Fourth question, what are stills? Stills are houses raised on piles for protection against flooding. What is a houseboat? A houseboat is a boat on river which people live in. So I hope you can write down the question answers in your notebook neatly. So that's all for today. With this we finish the chapter Houses We Live In. Hope you understood what all was taught today. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, thank you.